sorry, let me just... In through nose, out through mouth. I am now possessed.
Oh. Congratulations.
Hello, welcome to Fifanders, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast, navigating listeners into the vegan supernatural. My name is not Ashley Elizabeth. Ashley went to visit Austin and Rachel, and I, through D&D, possessed her, and I am Us. K-Us, but you can call me Us. And I will be your dungeon master for Capital Island today. And with me is the stupendous Sam. Hello. The ascending Austin.
What was that?
The amazing Marcel.
Oui, bonjour.
And the radical Rachel.
Bonjour à tous.
And last but not least, the cool cat.
Yeah, I ain't attempting all of that. Hey, guys.
Now let us return to the island.
Should I continue to be possessed? Should I keep up the gimmick for the recap?
For the whole episode.
Do
Just
it.
do
The
it.
whole episode.
Do it.
Alright.
Last time, you all wrapped up at the Van Doren household and took Fred to the diner to try and cheer him up, because he is a sad boy. Fred then decided to stay the night in the Feywild with the Queen of Orient Darkness, pretty lady, castle, where he tried to gain information while also being sad and angsty. You all met up the next day and headed out to meet the Prince of Frost to make a deal with your god Jeffrey and Briamosa, or Brie, you can choose, which is Fred's personal servant. You bickered with the Prince of Frost, but came to somewhat of an agreement, and that is where we left you all.
This episode is going to need subtitles.
This episode, Ashley's gonna need a new vocal cords.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Like, it hurts.
Oh my god, I can't handle you right now. I love you so much. This is my favorite character so far. Actually, no. Jodira and Jeffrey, I can't betray them. But I love this.
Dude, it was so funny seeing Rachel go like, I love him, but also no.
Yeah.
It's
Across
too
the
good.
table.
It's too good.
Pretty lady, give me bardic inspiration.
No, it's so bad when you do that, but the voice is great.
It was great. It was a great time. We bonded over shitting in the trenches in the war. It was great.
Yeah, I
And
can
lathering
imagine.
yourself in oil?
Oh yes, the Medusa woman.
Okay, go ahead. Just go ahead. Just
Yeah, we
take
gotta
it.
stop this before it gets any worse. Oh yeah, so we're leaving the Prince of Frost now. We struck a bargain.
Well, yeah, we have to go find his girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Well, not his girlfriend. She dumped his ass. We need to find, which I don't know how comfortable we all are with tracking down a poor, immortal being who has
Moved
clearly
on.
rejected this other immortal being.
You know what? Sometimes love needs to conquer all. So let's go and just try and reunite them and see
Yeah.
where it goes from there.
But sometimes people also just need to move on.
You're right,
Yeah.
but we don't have a choice right now, do we? I don't think. We're just
Where
going to play.
are we currently at right now? Are we still in the Frost Prince's domain?
we can say you've maybe entered the hallway at this point, so you're not near him, but
Okay.
you are still, like, you haven't left yet.
Okay.
I think we should just go home, and then we need to talk.
Yeah.
She works at, like, Bed Bath Beyond.
There is no Bed Bath & Beyond on Thetis Island.
What if she works at, like, washing supplies, bedroom supplies, and more?
What if she works at the Square H on the corner?
There's no...
Maybe she would work at the apothecary.
I was thinking that, but she's supposed to be, like, this really beautiful, you know, like, I feel like she either works in, like, a makeup store or, like, a clothing... Something to do with, like, home, like, fancy luxuries. You know what that's the vibe that I'm getting, you know what I mean?
Let's just...
Just to clarify, you guys do know that Madame Hilda Crypt worked in the apothecary. That's her store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were also told, again, who the servant was, just to let you know. In case
Yes,
that
the
slipped your mind.
apothecary.
He was allegedly Madame Hildecrypt.
Which is why I feel like if she ran away from the Feywild somewhere, maybe she'd want to run to somebody that still understood the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, like, an assistant at the apothecary, or is it just the one person? Madame Hilda.
It is just Madame Hilda,
Right.
who is sort of this grouchy old ogre-looking woman, like orc kind of. She's green. That's why I chose it.
Do you think maybe this person is under a disguise? Some sort of illusion, perhaps?
Guys,
That'd be very... Makes sense if she's an orc and that's, like, the exact polar opposite of, like, a fey creature, right? So then it would make sense that to hide away from the Frost Prince, then
Well, in that
she
case,
would...
what
Yes.
would have happened to the original Madame Hildecrypt?
Death!
Death!
Sabotage!
at this point,
Subterfuge!
I'm just going to start pushing sticks and Fred along towards the horses so that we can just go home.
I'm helping.
Thank you.
Are you
Deception!
fighting this?
And
No,
just letting it
disgrace.
happen?
Just letting
No,
it
I'm
happen.
going, yeah. I'm just gonna
Let's
keep
go.
going on with those kinds of adjectives as we go.
How about we
Bree.
try this one? Quiet.
Chop chop, Bree, we must be off.
Yes, of course, Your Majesty. Please find yourselves back on the horses. Geoffrey will take us back.
Hello again, Jeffrey.
Charming as ever.
1 second. I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages again on myself.
Okay. I cannot believe just how absolutely wild that man is.
Oh, sorry, which man? I missed the first part.
The Prince of Frost.
Oh, yes, he's absolutely wild, but I love his pants. I wonder where
Oh,
he
my-
procured them.
Oh, I got them at the same place as mine. And he kind of shows off his tissues a bit.
Look at you, so dapper, Jeffrey.
Oh, well, you know.
We must go shopping. I would love pants. We can be pants friends.
Absolutely. Of course, of course, of course.
Yes, oh my goodness. I'm going to ride with you and we can chat as we go. I'll make our way back to the other realm.
Yes, of course. Come along.
Oh yes, let's go. We'll talk about leather pants and crazy drama between the Frost Prince and his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, it's spicy. It's like one of the Housewives of the Feywild shows.
It really is. Let's do it.
So for the rest of you, you just hear Styx and Jeffrey go.
Yep, sounds about right.
I still don't know what I'm saying or in what language.
No. So you guys head out. You head back to the realm of air and darkness. Is there anything in particular you're wanting to do before you head back to Thetis?
While we're on our ride home, as I'm talking to Jeffrey, can I try and get any additional information about oh gosh, what's her name? What's her name? Notes. I have them. I wrote it down. Sharia?
Yeah.
Oh, the ex.
Sharia? Is that yes? Right.
I believe it's Daria.
Daria.
Sharia? Yeah.
No, Sharia.
Hold on. I think it's Sharia. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's Sharia. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not that old. I mean, some of us do die here.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a skeleton. I don't even know if I can die.
Have you ever thought about painting your skull?
Jeffrey, tomorrow night we should paint my skull.
I'm working tomorrow night. I'm sort of in eternal servitude.
You know what? I'm really good friends with your prince. Perhaps I could get you a day off so that we could go pant shopping and painting skulls.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Oh yes, let's do that, Jeffrey. Oh my gosh, we're going on an outing.
Awesome. Anyone else?
No.
I'll take that as no. So you all head back. You drop off the horses, and Jeffrey brings you back to the portal. Your dad, Knees, he's always kind of trying to hover and be around at least and wave you goodbye, even if he's not talking to you. But yeah, he kind of waves you off as Jeffrey leads you to the doors, and you are now back in the forest.
I wave back as we leave.
Oh, cute. So you guys head through the doors, and as soon as you exit and close the door, you see Edmina come out from behind a tree, arms crossed, looking at all of you what? I don't even know what to ask here at this point.
Well, under the tree, we have a little fort.
To the Feywild.
No, it's a fort. In the regular wild.
We built it out of driftwood.
Yes, under the tree.
Yeah.
And Fred has made himself prince of the underground fort.
Well, I was appointed prince.
Okay. Cut
By
the
me.
bullshit. Your mom told me to go find a portal to the Feywild. Did I know you 5 would come out? No.
What do you mean?
Are you saying there's a portal to the Feywild in our fort? Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
To my office now. Start marching.
Do we have to?
As I march past Edmina, I'm gonna be I'm pretty sure I saw some gasoline still at the general store.
What does that even mean?
Well, in case our fort is not approved, you can just burn it.
We're gonna talk about it first. Keep going. Keep going, Miss Yaz. Keep going. So you are marched off to Edmina's office. You come inside, you see all the things scattering about, all these artifacts, all these maps. You kind of can see Edmina's own sort of conspiracy board or investigation board.
Nice.
Where she's trying to piece things together, but she's way more things than you, Fred.
Okay, but it's not about the amount of things. It's about the quality. Is it accurate? Does it match up with my board?
Yours is so fucking far off, dude. So you're all put in here. Edmina throws a tarp over the board, crosses her arms, leans against the wall and says, "Spill."
Fred's on a power trip.
I am not.
Before she caught us, I was gonna holler at you pretty good. You
For what?
need to calm yourself down. You were specifically told that yelling and arguing and like demanding things was not going to work, and then we walk in there to someone who's older and more powerful and in their home, and you're like, I'm going to tell your mommy. When was the last time telling someone's parent that their grown child did something wrong worked?
But you saw his face, right? I couldn't just let him get away with that.
You need to roll over. You are winning by letting them win. If you fight them, you're just gonna have something horrible happen to you and be really dumb. I get that you have a castle here now and you've just been crowned a prince and oh boy, but like you need to step off the high horse of coronations and think some through. I'm going to turn to Styx and be like, I'm right and you know it.
No, he's going to give Jeffrey the day off so we can go pant shopping. He's doing a good deed for somebody who has been in eternal servitude, so he's doing a good job. How could you say such things?
Are you
Shopping isn't gonna help us save anything.
Styx,
No, but
think
it's
about
going
what's
to
going to
give
happen.
Jeffrey a happy day off since he's been like 2 years old in eternal servitude.
At this point, you just see Annabelle's face go like red, which for a pale Yuan-Ti, that is a very hard thing to do. Is the only thing on your mind right now pants shopping? Because I think right now we all actually need a reality check at this point. We know what's going to happen. We keep going, oh, we don't want it to happen. We're against it. We're going to do something. None of us have done anything. We've done no research. I haven't even made a binder for this yet, which I'm about to do once I get home. But we have no plan. We have no backup. We have no help. We've done nothing. And now apparently we're focused on coronations and pants shopping.
Annabelle,
But actually, we do have backup because you have your forest friends who are going to help us with their army. They already know that they're going to help us, and you already know that they're going to help us. Not let the world be destroyed. You don't know what you're doing. None of us know what we're doing. We're still trying to figure it out, and I don't think that yelling at anybody or getting upset and trying to blame it all on Fred for not taking it more seriously is helping anybody else.
I'm not
Getting
blaming it all
upset
on
at
Fred.
us isn't helping.
I know.
We're trying our best.
And I'm trying my best, but I'm not going to send them to go die for us.
No, because we're not going to let it get that far.
I'm in charge of looking after them. I'm in charge of looking after an entire people now. I need to keep their best interests in mind, and if I can prevent it, they're never going to see bloodshed.
What we do know is that everyone that we've encountered up until this point has the ability to kill us with a snap of their fingers. What we also know is that the end of the world is coming whether we'd like it to or not, and that the only role we can truly play is in the shaping of the world that is to come after.
Precisely,
Now,
so the apocalypse is going to happen. We need to just do our best to make it best out of this situation that we're in.
I'm chumming it up in the Feywild. I'm doing my best to be a good little prince so that when push comes to shove, I have pull and I have influence in an entire other plane that we didn't know was involved in this conflict until it came to our attention and we planted the tree. I turn to Edmina and I say, I'm sure from context you can sort of infer some of what's happened, but I was maybe crowned prince of the Unseelie Court. I may or may not be the child of the Queen of Air and Darkness, which would make me the heir of Air and Darkness. Like we saw that one day.
Oh,
we know what it means now.
Okay. Okay. Give me a second. You just kind of see her like...
I just turn into Edmina and I look at her and I say, okay, take all the time you need.
How is that supposed to help?
Her hands, like, in kind of like the prayer thing where like palms are together, just over her mouth, staring at you, just like, oh my. Okay, we're gonna take this one step at a time. So you're okay. So you're a changeling. Fun. That explains
a lot.
Your horn. Okay.
Yeah.
You still have the horns, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of a dead giveaway, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, you're not a Van Duren. At least not biologically.
Not by blood.
Cool. Alright. Yeah. Not that it's cool. I'm sorry. This is a lot to process. It's not actually cool.
There's a baby Van Duren too, but we don't necessarily know exactly where he is.
We're working on maybe getting him. Yeah, we're working on perhaps retrieving him from the Feywild, but we don't know what that would do about my presence outside of the Feywild, and I change back into myself.
Okay. So, your mom is the Queen of Air and Darkness. That explains what we found over the summer. Alright. Wait. Why is that? And she starts, like, pulling out all these different things and, like, grabbing stuff off the board and, like, hold on, Fred. Those ruins have been there for a very long time. So why are you on there?
Maybe there's another prophecy?
Oh, no.
Oh, so there's a prophecy. There's a prophecy.
Oh, there is a prophecy. That's why we're here.
Do you want to tell me it?
I'm going to stand outside while you do that. I can't be a part of this. I'm not letting my mother die.
No. You stay. You all stay.
She can't be here, or her mom might get hurt because we're not supposed to spill the beans.
I can't. I have to stand outside if you're going to tell.
Please, like if you have, does she have a window near her door at all?
No, it's completely secluded in here.
Okay, so like no windows at all.
If there are, it's probably covered by like a map.
If you have a window in here, you can like stare at her through the window if you want. Like, we all want to be here. It's just we also don't want her to die.
Death.
Edmina,
All right.
You have to let Styx leave.
Alright, go outside. Don't move.
I'm going to sit right by the door. But I can't hear you, so I'm going to sit close to the door at the tree adjacent from your house.
Okay. And you leave, and alright, say what you need to say that can't be said in front of Styx.
5 manifest destiny, 5 are brought along. 1 assists, and 1 sings their last song. When the world forgets monsters, and the magic gathers to wander, the champions will free the evil locked away, despite those who wish to keep them at bay. The truth will be revealed, and this era will end and be sealed. The plane will be born anew.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Alright.
So, we're the champions. And they had 4, but then I guess whoever was supposed to be number 5 kind of bailed last minute, so they picked Morgana, like the great sorcerer in the Merlin book. and Morgana is Styx's, I don't know, tutor, like what have we been calling them? Like, I've been calling them like our slave laborers because they forced us into this because we're the champions. But basically Morgana, I might have kind of pissed Morgana off a little bit or a lot. I would call her a lot of names, and she basically ended up getting to the point where she just said if we told anyone about this that she'd kill Styx's mom and that everyone would hate us, and basically threatened a bunch of children not to tell any adult.
Okay.
Morgana also had us perform some tasks, or else, people would die, and we performed those tasks. They involved destroying different Arthur-related things. Do you know Merlin? Like the wizard? Like the guy with the beard? Like, he's on the island. Like, he's here.
And so is Nimue. She's super duper cool. You might actually like her. She's really neat.
She, brainwashed Annabelle and Fred. I don't know what happened.
I am not brainwashed. I just have good taste.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I'm over it.
Sorry, dear.
I'm over it. She's fine, but she's a little, I don't know, not the best vibes.
Am I still totally stuck loving Nimue?
Yeah. You think she's cool.
Pardon me?
You think she's cool.
All right.
I'll tell you when it's over, my dude.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So the world's ending and it's happening soon.
And
You are the Prince of Air and Darkness.
yes.
And who did you just mouth off?
The Prince of Frost.
Fred.
He brought up his ex-girlfriend,
Which
Fred.
which we were coached not to do.
Fred.
Look, he has just a certain look. I don't like the guy.
And
He rubs me the wrong way.
And what made you think you had the authority to do that?
I'm the Prince
also
of Air and
in his
Darkness.
castle and
in his castle,
domain.
and said that he was going to tell his mom that he was being all emo, which didn't go over well either.
Fred, I'm gonna say this nicely. Just because you're a prince doesn't mean you have power. You are a toy to them.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I? I'm still standing.
Don't do it again.
I won't.
Okay. So, is that everything? Styx, can Styx come back in now? Is it just the stuff about Morgana?
The
can't
Mother of Monsters is here and creating a monster army, and also the Queen of Air and Darkness is involved in the world-ending thing. She's another one of the world enders.
And there's a secret colony of people that I'm not allowed to talk about that I'm now in charge of taking care of because I'm the druid of the island after Willow. And also Thetis is actually a full-on goddess, and she's pretty cool, and I met her, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of pressure.
To appease the Queen of Air and Darkness, we're required to make a bunch of pacts with various influential fae, and the Prince of Frost is one of them. We have to get him the location of his girlfriend, and then we have to meet the Baba Yaga. There's a lot going on, but Styx can come back in now.
Also,
Okay.
Madame Hildecrypt is involved in all this as well.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Just
I'll just
a
kinda
little,
Bring Styx back.
just a little.
I'll poke my head
side
out the
note.
door to get Styx back.
I'm seated cross-legged at the tree.
You can come back in now.
Very well. I'll come back inside. So,
All right.
Yeah.
all the tea has been spilled.
Yeah, it has. I wish you told me this sooner.
We could not. Could not empty the grape juice box,
So-
if you will.
So, had you told me this, and she starts going through this file folder that she has, I could have given you something. And she pulls out this file, starts to open it up. The reason why no one is allowed to know what goes on this island is because it's too dangerous. Because we didn't realize what this island was. She pulls everything out, and you start to see there's all these different images and all these different writings about the island and how it plays a big part in a prophecy. A prophecy that Admina has bits and pieces of those lines that you spoke.
This is the jackpot right here. Admina, you have... these are like all the pieces of the puzzle that I've been missing the whole time.
This is what I've been trying to figure out. This is my job. This is what everyone before me has been trying to figure out. Because we found these ruins, and all it does is speak of the end.
Maybe Thetis can help?
I don't know. Because Thetis is supposed to be a counterbalance to what's been happening. Thetis is represented as a mother of heroes. What she wants is to protect. That is her thing. That's what she's been in legend, right? She's the one that went and got her son Achilles' new armor, right?
Yeah.
So she's here to try and hold off the prophecy as long as possible. Now, if she can't hold it off anymore, I don't know how much she can help.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I can ask her if we should know anything, but that's kind of vague.
Admina, we spoke with Merlin. He foresaw the end. It's inevitable.
Yes, he did say that the end is going to happen no matter what we do. It is written, it will happen. But what happens afterwards and how that comes about is not written. So we can shape the new world into however we see fit. But we have to go against these mentors, I guess, and we don't know how to do that. But we can if we figure out how, and we can fix what's going to happen.
See, because when we first did this, I was very against it when we were trying to be forced into doing it, and I was kind of going to just stab myself to try and kill the person that was forcing us into it.
Jesus!
But then I was told that if I did that, it wouldn't matter because I wasn't tied to them, and Styx was, and if Styx hurt herself, it would sort of hurt them, but Styx would die first. And they wouldn't die.
Yeah, I was going to do that. We found the, what's it called? Holy Grail to return me to life, but then we had to destroy it, so my plan went under and I didn't commit any acts too rash to come back from.
Okay. So how do these people get here?
Portals.
I've never found, I've been all over this island.
Portals in a secret tunnel.
A secret tunnel. Sorry.
No, I was there too. I just didn't want to go crazy. I wonder if it still matters that I'm talking about this. Do you guys think it still matters? Do you think it still matters?
I would maybe be careful what you disclose.
I mean, Gladius doesn't care. So I can say stuff.
Morgana cares, though.
I know,
but you guys have already said.
But Gladius is like, oh, I feel like if we got two, like Fred's not mom and Gladius on our side, then it doesn't matter because she also said that she was going to kill us afterwards, but then Gladius said that he wouldn't. So I feel like they've got some team issues there where they're sending conflicting messages.
Yes, Morgana really likes me though. I don't think she's going to kill me anymore.
Oh, she's totally going to kill me if she can.
Yes, well, that's another problem we have to deal with, but I could probably persuade her with enough grape juice, maybe some wine, actually. Maybe I can go raid my mum's cabinet. For the purposes of bringing, not underage drinking, we don't do that, but for the purposes of an ancient being having stronger grape juice, maybe.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
So they're all here, and you're just doing tasks for them.
Yes.
Not all of them. 2 have yet to be summoned or whatever.
I think it's awoken.
Yeah.
So how do you summon them?
We don't.
We
Once
kind
we
of complete whatever the last one wanted, and then they were like, okay, you summon the next one now.
Although Gladius did
So-
kind of spill the beans that only Morgana was asleep. The
That's true.
rest of them were off kind of doing other things in their own planes and stuff. They were just really annoyed with her. So they were just kind of like, yeah, we're all going to sleep. Like, you go to bed first and we'll join you. And then they never did.
Okay. So once you complete their task, they specifically summon?
It's kind of vague on what it is.
A door sort of just shows up and they come out.
You guys are aware that there are 5 doors in their chambers. Whenever they bring a new one in, they take a staff and they put it into sort of this round thing that comes out of the ground, and they twist.
Right. Maybe we could steal that.
What if...
Oh, shoe shine.
Do you say that? Do you explain that to
Yes.
Sure.
to Edmina?
I feel like we should
Okay.
go under the pretense of shining that little staff and take it away.
So they have to be like, yes, the task is done, and then they open it.
Yes.
What happens if the task isn't actually done?
We die. They will kill us. That was the threat.
We are disposable.
Yes. Because they...
But if they've set up these pretenses on how the world ends before they go off and do it, what happens if it's not actually done but they think it's done?
we have to prove it.
We haven't really been able to test that because the first one would check because she actually knew what everything looked like. And then Gladius just wanted me to bring him like slugs and sticks and things to turn them into monsters.
And if I were to lie to my mother, the queen of the Unseelie Court, she would very quickly find out that I was lying.
She wanted to actually show up at Fred's birthday party, like, and pop out of the
dear.
tree and be like, hey guys, he's not actually your son. Ha ha ha. So she kind of just wants to hurt Ramona.
I did break the news to Ramona, Edmina, and, well, she didn't exactly take it well.
She's just grieving, Fred. She does still love you.
If you say so.
I talked to her after you guys left, so I know so.
What? You went behind my back?
Yes, because I love and care about you, and I knew you were upset.
Can we talk about this later? We have research to do, a ex-girlfriend to find, a Baba Yaga to research.
Sure. And I need to make a binder for this stuff, because once we clear up some questions for Edmina, I have some things that we should talk about.
Oh, there's
Okay.
definitely some things we need to talk about.
Maybe we need a mediator for that.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're looking for Sharia, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the Prince of Frost going to do when when he finds her? What's the plan?
He wants to chat about their breakup and get closure, I think.
Or kidnap her and lock her away in his realm forever. I don't know what that twisted little guy wants.
First, he just wanted to know where she was, and then he was like, brownie points if you can get her to come and see me so we can talk.
The thing is, we're supposed to be keeping her safe.
Oh!
Who's we?
The Inquisitors.
So
Oh.
you
your
and
mom.
me.
Technically.
What is going on? Have you known all this time about all these things?
Yes, she's been living here. No, like, What did you think was gonna happen when an immortal fae being, lost her adventurer lover when he died because he's mortal?
I don't know what people want to do with their lives.
Wait, hold on. Is it Ramona?
No.
Has her adventurer lover been reincarnated all these times?
No. What?
He's a vampire.
There's a thing with reincarnation right now, too. We'll get to that later.
He's a vampire, though, so,
Maybe she's faking it. She can fake it.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Because, the whole thing with Mr. Van Duren.
Yes, and then it's like her past love is reincarnating all the time, and that's why she's so sad, because her adventurer lover is dying all the time. I need to write, a sonnet. This is too good.
Back it up to Adrian Van Duren.
We found more than one body that looks exactly like my father. I mean, that looks exactly like Adrian. But the teeth weren't naturally vampiric. They've been filed down. And these bodies, they're dated from different times, wearing different eras clothing, but they're all here on the island.
What?
It's her reincarnated lover.
We wanted to explain.
It's not Ramona.
It would have been very poetic. Actually, that would have been really poetic. Ramona's got beef with the Unseelie Queen, so connections,
Okay, so your mom, or I don't know how you view it, I'm not getting in the middle of your family business, took in Sharia because she had nowhere else to go, and when, of course, the Prince of Frost is part of the Unseelie court, when the queen said, hey, I'm gonna, fight you, whatever, if you don't hand her over, your mom showed off her power. That's what was explained to me from my past mentor and passed on from there. That's the gist of the story. Your mom said no. And she didn't like that.
Right.
So it should be no secret to the Prince of Frost, then, that Sharia's here on the island, and all he really wants is her location.
Well, what if, is there some type of magic where they could, talk, but then she doesn't have to reveal where she is, and then... Because,
he wanted her location.
Yeah, but he wanted to talk to her.
Maybe she's not on the island.
Maybe we can meet halfway.
Maybe she's not. Maybe she's in the town over... on the town over, because my father works really closely with Ramona, and he's been around for ever, and maybe he took her over to the other side, so maybe the Prince of Frost doesn't actually know where she is. Maybe he's come to see if she's here, and she's legit not here.
Maybe. I feel uncomfortable trying to make this, this woman obviously doesn't want to talk to him, and he's hurt, but, we shouldn't sell her out when she's just trying to live her life.
It's a complete invasion of her privacy and a violation of her right to safety.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's her right
I'm feeling
to say
a little icky about this, which is
maybe
why I'm
we
saying,
could...
maybe...
Oh, sorry, you go.
Did you agree to bringing her his address?
No.
Or vice versa?
We said that we would let him know where she is. We didn't say exactly specific, this is where she lives, this is where... Just, this is where she is in general. So we could even say...
He is aware she's on the island. If... With what happened with the Queen of Air and Darkness, he is 100% aware that she's on the island.
Well, then we could just tell him that she's on the island. And that's fulfilling our part.
He's not going to be satisfied. Did you agreed to bringing him her location. You just made a deal with a fae being. If you don't fulfill it to their wishes, to what they are thinking, you fucked up.
Well, we didn't say we would bring her. We said we would ask, and she didn't necessarily have to come. So,
But you agreed to bring the location.
yes.
Okay, well, guess what? We're
And
under a
you are
lot
gonna
of
make
pressure here, so I understand.
Okay, I understand. I'm just trying to make it clear to you kids. You made a deal with a fey being, and now you have to uphold it. You are
Well-
going to have to tell him exactly where Sharia
What
is.
if-
Yeah,
But
well,
you
we kind of
haven't
had to
crossed-
dig ourselves out of a hole with him. And yes, like, we're under a lot of pressure here, and I understand you're trying to give us advice, but right now it's coming across a lot as like, oh my god, why did you do that? What is wrong with you? Instead of, hey, look at these kids trying to do the best they can and are literally helping destroy the world that they were born into. Like, can you at least cut us some slack here? Because it has been hell for, what, almost a year now?
No.
like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like,
what is
We
it?
had
March,
the time
yeah.
skip, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if we brought her to Merlin and then gave him Merlin's location?
And then Merlin transports his tower anywhere he wants to. So just because he... Oh, that's smart.
He can't.
because-
Hold on. History, like, as a DM, he can't do that.
He can't teleport his tower? What are you talking about?
He did it once. And he said, I believe he was like, yes. I was like, I'm fucking here for the action, bitch.
Okay, but what if he has her in his tower for like 2 seconds and then teleports her away somewhere that we don't know, and then we did our job because that's the truth. We know where she was. We told him where she was at the time that we knew. That makes perfect sense. Let's do that.
Or
In fact-
Admina,
I'm gonna give you-
or here's an idea. Or Admina, you could tell us where Sharia is, and then we can tell him because that's where we believe she is, because you know where she is, and then we did everything we could.
I am going to tell you where Sharia is, but you guys have to come up with a plan on how to make sure she is not harassed by that guy.
If it's any difference whatsoever, the Prince of Frost also made a deal with a Fey being, which is to say myself. And so if he doesn't uphold his end of the bargain, I don't know what that means, but it must be pretty bad.
Fred, off the high horse, you're half.
I mean, the Queen of Air and Darkness is full Fey. Nees is full Fey. I'm Fey.
Fred, I mean this in the nicest way possible. You are puny to these people.
I know.
I need to make it clear to you. You are just a toy, and I'm sorry, but you guys have been put into this, and it's not fair. It's not fair, and I'm sorry for freaking out on you guys. It's a lot to take in. It's not fair that you've been put into this, but I wish you came to me sooner because I could have helped, and that's what's pissing me off right now. Okay?
We
Did
just
you
really
not
want you to
understand
hear
the
us.
whole killing our loved ones thing?
Yes, but I didn't realize you were wrapped in the prophecy and the world is ending. That is so much bigger than you found something in the woods.
We found a lot of things in the woods, and none of that was good.
So I'm going to tell you where Sharia is. I'm going to tell you her name and everything. But I need to know that you are going to come up with a plan to protect her.
I thought the Merlin plan was a great plan.
You could,
You have to tell the Prince of Frost where she is.
but
That is for your
we
safety.
could bring her to Merlin's tower.
And she'd be safe. Merlin's a powerful wizard.
I think that's a good plan, because then we can bring her there, know where she is because she was there, and then he can teleport her away at his leisure, and then we didn't know when or where he teleported her to, so she was at Merlin's tower. We knew
He has
that.
to agree to that, and he doesn't like getting involved in anything.
Oh yeah, and we still have to... Well, no, because I still owe him favors. Remember? We're not going to let the world be totally destroyed by these people, and then 2 other favors, because we got the We got the table.
Yeah, but
wait.
this is a favor for us, not for him.
Yeah, I know. But I could owe him something else. Give him a really good pedicure.
You're gonna give Merlin a pedicure in
Yes,
exchange for keeping...
His feet are probably very, tired. He's old. Why
Gross
not a
old
nice
man feet.
pedicure? You know
I
what?
don't
I'll wear
think he's-
gloves. I'm happy.
I don't think he's gonna want a pedicure. Guys, like,
I can offer.
This is hopeless at this point.
If you can get Merlin to agree to protect Sharia, I will give you her name.
Her name.
We know her name.
Her name on the island.
Do you think she goes by her name?
Oh,
well,
I see what you're saying. Well, I already think it's the apothecary person, kind of. But maybe not.
She's the servant. Or the,
Yes,
yeah.
but... No, because she didn't do her job, so maybe they were replaced. You know,
Well,
like, she didn't know that was her job.
They didn't even know that she didn't do her job.
Well, they do now, though.
Yeah, but who are they gonna
'Cause she
find a
didn't do her
replacement
job.
on such short notice?
Miss Crypt
No,
is
but
in
that
her
was the
own
thing.
trouble.
I guess. Anyways.
All right.
Alright.
You go off, get Merlin's permission, go bicker in the forest. I'll be waiting here.
Alright, let's go to Merlin. I'm going to offer him a pedicure.
Are you doing anything on the way?
Yeah, maybe I'll try to talk to you guys. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty hopeless with all this, but I said I'd make a binder, so I'm gonna make a binder. So we should try and figure out strengths and weaknesses for all of our mentors, and what they do badly at, because then we need to figure out how to do that. And then we also need to figure out if, like Gladius said that he has a home somewhere else. So, like, what if we just kind of booped him back into his own plane?
That's smart.
Because
You know
then he
what?
goes home. And it's not that I'm trying to just save Gladius. It's just, like, if you just kick someone out of your house, it's a lot easier to deal with them because you just lock the door and say, no, thank you, instead of them being in your house and trying to kick them out, you know?
And knowing the Queen of Air and Darkness, I'm sure there's some sort of deal that can be made to keep her out of things.
Yeah, or we could just, burn down the tree, and then how is she going to come here? I mean, they'll probably open
She'll-
another portal, but
Exactly.
if we just, like, order gallons and gallons of, like, gasoline, like, maybe we can just keep burning them? I don't know.
That's a Band-Aid solution. I'm sure we can come up with something more permanent, but we'll need to know what her weaknesses are first. So the
Yeah.
binder is a great idea.
So, I mean, I've also been thinking about it, and it's like, we know we can't fight them. We can't kill them. We're not going to die because they don't want to kill us because they need us. So we're in this, like, dance of how do we restrain, contain, or detain you without killing them. So we need to figure out ways to do that as well. And
I
then,
was kind of ready to
we
start
gotta
giving
figure
up,
out-
honestly.
yeah,
Giving up?
I'm at this point too. But
Guys,
guys, what are we going to do about the residents?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing
That
about
was
the
the
island?
thing. That was the thing, is that I was there was a moment when we were just in Edmina's cabin and having that whole really impactful realization that everything's a mess and, there's a lot going on. And I kind of felt like, why not just give in? Because this is really hard and I'm starting to get overwhelmed and frustrated because I don't know what to do. And I know that none of us do. And I'm not going to actually give up. But I think it's better to talk about it and let it out rather than just sit with it and then have it just stir and get worse.
Yeah. I mean, in some...
We're getting stronger every day. All of us can do things now that we couldn't even dream of doing 6 months ago. And the more our patrons, slave owners, whatever you want to call them, the more they put us through these little games, these little trials, the more power they bestow to us, the more info we have on their strengths, their weaknesses, the more connections we have to other beings that maybe don't want the world to end. The Prince of Frost, I hate to say it, but he's on our side at the end of the day. We're not hopeless.
No, but
We're wandering through the dark looking for a light switch, sure, but we will find it, and we're going to make it through this.
And what are we going to do when the end of the world starts, and then we don't know how to stop it, or change it, or make it better, when it's actively starting to destroy our whole way of life?
We don't know how to do that now, but what I'm saying is when that time comes, I know that we will.
Kind of starting to get depressed for real.
Look at everything. Look at everything we've already done. Like, we've adapted, we've problem solved, we've tackled everything as best as we could. It doesn't change moving forward. We still don't know all the information, and it's hard to even come up with some kind of game plan without knowing our opponent. So let's start with the binder, and let's start from there and see how it goes.
Okay, it's just... there's a whole group of people here on the island. Like a whole community that are now kind of my people, and I've promised them this change, and I've promised them this safety, and I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. Like, in my dream, they were dying. There was children that were trying to fight. I had a child come up to me and try to get me to fight with him against these horrible monsters that were on the island because he was all alone. How am I supposed to stop that?
Annabelle, the more information we learn and the more people we meet, the more things we have on our board to connect, right? And eventually they'll all connect in a way that lets us get through this without everyone on this island dying, without everyone in the world dying. But the only way we can get to those things, the only way we can get to those things is if we keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the really fucked up part?
What?
Is that if they did die, if those children really were slaughtered by the monsters, Morgana would resurrect their bodies and use them against us again in the war, because that's what she did with my mother.
Holy shit, dude.
Jeez Louise.
After you said
So let's
this,
go find Merlin.
See, now I just want to go home and just cry and just sit with Nim.
That's what
That's
she did with my
terrible.
mother. She resurrected her skeleton, and she made her fight against Arthur in that war. So it really wouldn't make a difference, and that's why I'm starting to get a little bit depressed. Like, seriously, for real.
I'm going home, and I'm just gonna write a letter to Nim, and I'm just gonna tell him to leave the island. When shit starts going down, I just want him to leave, because even if the world's gonna end, I don't want him being on Thetis when it happens.
No, I think maybe it's time for my parents to go and visit Grandpapa. Ashley, I just want to say, though,
Ashley?
you
Having
wrote
fun?
that. I only expressed what you wrote.
Didn't even think of that, dude.
Having
that's
fun,
what
Ashley, in
happened.
this fun world of D&D.
Because you wrote that she was resurrecting dead bodies for a war. If people die in the war...
that's what she did.
Exactly.
That's what Morgana does.
That's exactly what happened. So if that's the case and we try and turn on her, she's gonna make more dead bodies into soldiers to fight against us. Like, that's just...
Listen, I've already told Rachel and Austin this. Morgana's not even the most fucked up one of them.
No, I believe you.
If the world ends and we succeed and we get to decide how it's rebuilt, we can undo all of the death, all of the destruction. We can build things back as they were. We don't have to aim to do it better, because aiming to build a better world when we are 18 years old is maybe not the best thing for us to do, but we can at least put things back how they were and make it so that no one died.
I'm scared though, guys. Like, if she gets put out of, like, if she gets messed with, she's going to take away my mother. And if she dies, I probably will have my mother die too. And then she'll just stop being a skeptic. She'll just stop.
So...
And if we can rebuild the world, we can undo that, Styx.
But what if we can't?
Exactly.
Well, we can.
I think that and this is what I mean. Gladius we can kick him out to his own plane. We can just say, bye dude, you need to leave and take all your monsters with you. But Morgana is native to this plane, I'm guessing. So, I don't know, maybe we can just like shrink her down and put her in a jar. We can find something to lock her away somehow. And
we'll have to put her back to sleep or something, because I'm scared, guys.
Yeah, and then we can just make a big, like, national park or something and put a do not dig sign, put a big boulder over her, like, just, she can just take an eternal rest. And then when Arthur comes along, we can just leave, like, super specific instructions with Merlin of, like, roll the boulder and, like, there she is. Or just hide her from everybody so that she doesn't die, so your mom doesn't die.
She really can't. She can't die, because if she does, then her magic will fade. And so I'm getting frustrated because I really don't know what to do, and I don't know how to stop this, and we're just getting closer and closer. And like you said, Annabelle, you're right. I just don't know how to deal with it. So yes, I want to go pant shopping, and I want to go and have tea with Jeffrey, and I don't want to have to worry that everything is going to be a disaster and that we're all going to die. Okay. I don't want to.
Okay. Everyone, let's take some deep breaths here. Not everything is decided. Not everything is decided. The world hasn't ended yet. The rest of the council members aren't released, and there is still plenty of information to gather. This isn't over, and we still have hope left. To give up now, even to buy into the idea that everything's gonna end, so we have to start preparing. Like, it's good to prepare for the worst and hope for the best, but even if you give in a little, it's going to sway your judgment, your courage, your resolve. We need to keep hoping. We need to keep fighting. We need to keep learning. We will get through this together.
Oko's right. We're only going to learn more if we keep moving forward. I'm going to go see Merlin. We can't afford to miss out on having the Prince of Frost as an ally. We need to somewhat meet the conditions of his deal.
I'm going with you.
Agreed.
I'm going to still try. I'm just trying to say that I'm feeling a lot of things right now.
And it's at this point that you reach Merlin's tower.
I'm going to just walk in and
All
start
right.
going up.
I'll follow Styx's lead.
Yeah, following.
You all enter the familiar chamber, and you find Merlin waiting there, and he's got some cookies and biscuits, and some tea, and he's got a bit of a troubled brow, and it's all kind of laid out at this new table he's made, and he kind of gestures for you all to sit.
Thank you, Merlin. I would like to give you a hug first.
Ah, of course, Styx, of course.
Thank you.
Ashley, what shape is the table?
It's still round.
Wow, creative.
Oh my god. Fred.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like he's had a setup for like hundreds of years, and he just doesn't want to throw off the feng shui of his shower, okay? Get off my back.
Oh my god. I love Merlin. Merlin, everything is a mess. Thank you for having cookies and tea prepared.
Well, I can't see the future, so
I know.
I know what this is about.
I'm going to offer you a pedicure in exchange for helping us.
Alright, well, I do like the idea. I already know what you're gonna ask. I do like the idea, and I kind of want a pedicure, so I'll give you this one. But I'm gonna cash in one of my favors.
Of course.
I would like at least one of you to, it doesn't have to be now, can be later, you can live your life. I want at least one of you to stay with me for when Arthur returns.
Done.
That is if the world doesn't end.
Of course. I'll do it, Merlin.
Well, wait, Styx, what if you want to go on with your life and go somewhere and go do something?
I made the deal with Merlin in the first place to do 3 favors.
Oh, you all made the deal with Merlin. It was all of you, dude.
Well, I know, but I suggested it.
I suggested it.
It's just until, Arthur comes back, or do you want someone to stay, through the entire life of Arthur?
It will be until Arthur is, pretty much through his life. I realize I am not alone. I am just a single person trying to make sure Arthur returns. Together, as I've seen with your group, I can be much stronger. Now, I'm not saying you have to join me now or whatever. I'm just saying, I want the promise that at least one of you stays with me. You can wait until you're older. You can join me. You can wait until you've lived your life. But I want one person to stick with me throughout the ages until Arthur returns.
You know what, guys? Actually, I think, yes, I'm going to do it. I think so. Because I'm a demigod. I'm going to live a lot longer than you guys anyway. So why wouldn't you, except for Fred, you also are going to live long. But I think it makes sense because you guys will have the shorter lifespans and so you can actually enjoy yourselves. I can live afterwards as well.
I don't fully understand. You're, giving the offer of us living our lives and
Immortality is not a blessing.
No.
It is sad to watch everyone leave.
I was the one that suggested Merlin. I should do it.
No, Annabelle, I don't think you should. You are already responsible for a whole other group of people.
Yeah.
You can't leave them. You can't abandon them to come and stay here in the tower.
But what am I going to do for them, Styx? What can I do for you guys? You all have people that love and care about you, and I have
You have someone that loves and cares about you, too.
Yeah, and I can stay until him goes, and then no one will miss me if I come out here.
Annabelle.
Don't you dare say that.
I'll miss you.
Dang, well now
You
I'm
are
sad.
loved.
We'll all miss you. I'll probably die the first, if it's old age or in battle.
Well, it should definitely be old age. You'd be really funny walking around with a walker.
I like my spryness. So...
Ugh, this is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't know I signed up to sit here and listen to a bunch of babies whine about something they don't even understand or even have any kind of concrete evidence that is going to happen. I'm stepping outside. This is ridiculous.
I'm grabbing Ari and slapping her across the face.
Don't you do that, Oko!
Roll an attack.
Oko.
Roll
That's a
your
9.
attack. I don't think that hits your AC.
No.
But I'm grabbing her
So you
and
just
it's
see
like
Oko try and
surprising.
slap
So
you.
wouldn't I get advantage or something?
No!
But the moment.
You cut them off, dude.
Okay,
Oh my God.
Ari, you need to calm down. I know you.
You know what, Oko? I have been calm this entire time. I have
No, you're
literally
in your
sat
mind
here.
and you're quiet. You're brooding. You got whatever the hell you got going on, but you have been
Don't
nothing
you
but
put
depressing.
words in my mouth.
You have been depressing.
put-
You have been quiet.
No, I have not. Do not-
brooding.
Oko, Ari, both of you. Styx
Do not
has
put
volunteered.
words in my mouth.
You guys, this
And
is...
I am ripping my arm away and I am walking out.
I want to
Oko-
follow you. I'm going to turn back to Merlin and be like, Merlin, I've made the choice. I'm staying with you. The deal has struck. Do you agree?
He puts out his
I
hand.
shake.
Don't.
It's done.
It's done.
Thank you. I'm going to walk out and follow Ari.
Okay.
Ari.
You kids want tea still? Kind of looking at the three of you, Oko.
I'll take it.
I'm just gonna stand up with tears in my eyes, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, please excuse me, and I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. Oko?
He went to all this trouble.
Yeah. I'll
Oko,
take the
you
tea.
want some? Okay. Annabelle, if you just need like a private space, I do have there's like a back chamber there.
Okay. I'll head over there, and I'm just gonna sit. Maybe I'll shuffle back in awkwardly and take a teacup and be like, thank you.
You take a teacup and you go into this back chamber, and there's a pot on the ground. It's very clean. But there's like a lot of paintings in here, and it kind of seems like this is his washroom, and you kind of just take a seat on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out, just take a little bit, maybe pull out some paper from my bag and start writing a letter to Nim. And just have a little cry.
Outside, we see Ari storming off.
And Styx running after them.
And Styx behind.
Ari! Ari, please
I don't
stop.
want to hear it, Bones.
Please stop.
I don't want to hear it right now, Bones. I came along so that I could protect all of you. And all of you, I didn't even care about any of you before all of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. But somehow I got dragged into all of this with you, and you're all kind of okay. So I guess, it's not the worst thing, but I suck at words, and this is not coming out right, and I don't want to hear it right now, Bones.
Ari, you're one of my best friends, and I don't want to see you upset and run off. I want to make sure you're going to be okay.
Of course I'm okay.
And I love you.
I'm more okay than all of you.
I want you to know that.
Don't use that word lightly, please.
I don't. I know, and I don't use it lightly. Ari, we have become such close friends, and I care about you so much. And I love you as one of my best friends that I've ever had. And you and everyone else are so important to me, and I really want you to know that.
I know, Bones. It's just frustrating when someone puts words in your mouth when they don't even know you and haven't even tried to get to know you, and it's just, I've had my mom do it all my life, and I will not take it from someone that is supposed to be considered a friend in all of this.
I know, it's not okay, and none of this is okay, and we're all so stressed out, and it's just a disaster and a mess, and I think that Oko just got overwhelmed as well. That was a very intense situation, and you don't really say how you feel, and I think you deserve that space to say how you feel. And I think everybody wants to know and wants you to speak up. We're here to support you.
Yeah, well, clearly when I speak up, it doesn't work all that well, so it's kind of why I keep quiet. I haven't had friends like this ever. It's still very new to me, and I'm still trying to figure out how it works. So I'm used to pushing everyone away, not trying to keep everyone together.
I know we're all working really hard to make this all work, and yeah, it's easier to be alone, but it's not better. And I think it would be really good if you came back upstairs and so we could work this out all together. I'm sure Oko will say sorry for trying to hit you, and we can get organized. And we can do a big group hug and just all get into a better mental place, because I think we're all going to have a disaster. It's a mess, and we just need to hug it out.
I don't care if Oko says sorry. He had every right to try and... Anyways, whatever. Yeah, okay. Fine. Let's go. But at least drag me back so it doesn't look like I came willingly.
I'm going to take your hand.
Thanks.
So you guys head back up into the tower, and as soon as you two come back, Merlin kind of looks at the four that are in the main area here and says,
"One moment. No talking yet. Annabelle, your friends are back. Please come out."
Okay. Shuffle over.
Okay. Everyone take a seat.
Seated.
Clearly, you have been lacking adult support. I don't get involved much, but I feel like I need to step in as an adult in this situation. First of all, absolutely no hitting,
and looks at you, Oko.
It is never appropriate. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. You all have every right to be stressed. This is a stressful situation you have been put into. You have every right to blow up and be mad. But you cannot storm off. Because it's not going to fix anything. You have to work together. You are stuck working together, whether you like it or not. So the best thing to do here is to talk. Say what you need to say. Let it out. If you drag it on, say what you need to say. That's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to keep re-explaining the same iteration. Just say what's upsetting you. Don't drag it on. Just say it. We'll start with you, Ari, since you clearly had something to say.
It's just frustrating to see everybody given up when I'm trying so hard to keep us all together.
Does anyone have anything to say to that?
I'm sorry.
I do.
Oko, go ahead.
Okay. Ari, I'm sorry for trying to slap you, but you say that you're doing everything to keep us together and that you're the only one that hasn't given up. I don't know if you were listening back at Edmina's place, but I haven't given up on...
Hey, no, I'm pausing you there. That's snippy.
It's not
I
snippy,
love Merlin,
it's the
our
truth.
I don't know if you heard.
Merlin, are
man
you
of
I
the
don't
point.
know if you
or
heard.
not?
It's fine, let
Hey,
him talk.
shut it. You're in my house. No, kids. I'm here to mediate. Oko, I understand this is stressful. Don't pull the... I don't know if you were listening or not. That's sassy, okay? You can say that you earlier said hope and all that bullshit, okay? Because it is important. It's good bullshit.
I don't think it's bullshit at that point, but okay.
That's where we disagree, but it's good. It is good bullshit.
Okay.
The point is we're all on the same side, so let's just keep going.
Can I finish what I was gonna say, though?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Ari, you say you're trying to keep us all together, but you've been quite quiet around us. You haven't opened up around us. You've kept everything pretty private unless we push you, which we don't want to do, because we want you to open up to us on your own terms. But it's getting very hard when we're getting this deep into it and you're still not letting us in, and you're still not talking to us about how you're feeling or the troubles that you're having or literally what you're thinking.
Ari, do you have a retort to that?
No, that's fair. And you're right. I don't share what I'm thinking because I've never had anyone to share what I'm thinking to. My mom has never wanted to hear anything of anything. And I haven't had a dad all my life. I've literally had me, myself, and I. So, yeah, sorry it's been a little hard. I'm still new to this, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And like I told Styx, I'm used to pushing people away instead of keeping them together. And that's why I am trying so hard to keep us together in any kind of way I can think of. And I know it's not the greatest way. And I know it's not the best way. But I really have come to kind of like all of you. So I just don't leave.
Never. I'm going to run and hug you.
If I may, Ari, you have us to share things with now, and Oko said we don't want to pressure you into sharing anything, but you said before that it felt like some of us had given up. And I know there was a lot of talk going around about giving up, but really Styx and Annabelle wanted to share how all of this was affecting them, how it's affecting all of us. And by sharing how they felt, it let all of us know how we could best support them and what they needed in order to feel like this is a winnable fight, because it is. But it's daunting and it's scary and it's something that we have to face together, like you said.
Fred's right.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't really want to give up.
I'm sorry.
No one wants to give up.
It's just hard. Like I said, you're all in a very horrible situation. Does anyone else have anything they want to share that they have on their chest that they need to get off?
I just want to say that I love you all very much, and I'm glad that if we have to be in this situation that we're in it together. And I think you all are amazing, and you're my best friends, and I just want us to be okay, and I love you all, and I think we need a group hug.
I'm just gonna start crying at that point.
Yes, I think we need a group hug. Let's go. Come on, guys.
Hold on, before the group hug, is anything... Because let's make sure everyone's got everything off their chest before you get all together and you have a group hug, right? Everything?
I got one last thing.
Oko, you go ahead.
Fred, you go ahead.
Well, I know that I've been gallivanting about and rushing into situations, and I know that it's frustrating, and it seems like, well, I might have my head up where the sun don't shine, but I've lost everything about who I am, and I'm working on that right now. So I appreciate everyone trying to keep me humble, but at the same time, it maybe back off just a titch.
I'm sorry for getting mad at you.
And what are you going to do to keep your ego deflated?
I'm not going to pick fights with very powerful beings that I should not be picking fights with.
Good. And how are you guys going to lay off?
I won't yell at you anymore, Fred. When you pick fights with immortal or almost immortal fae beings, I get a little worried because we can't protect you. Like you're like family to me. I mean, you're all like family, but like I can only pull you out of things so much and chase people off so much before they're too strong and they're too much for me to handle or for any of us. And I don't want to see you get hurt or worse or whatever fae people do to people when they're mad.
I never thought of it like that before. That makes a lot of sense, Annabelle. I'm sorry if I made any of you worry about me like that.
It's just like if you want to be a king or a prince or whatever, I'm happy to do the bow and curtsy. I don't know, I can try and learn the trumpet to do like an entrance song with you. Like, I'll work with you, man. Just don't pick fights with people that we can't beat. Please.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's a good point.
Deal. I can do that.
Okay, cool.
Great. Oko, the floor is yours.
Fred, that covers most of what I was gonna say. It's just, I understand you're having a hard time finding or understanding who you are, but what are you feeling right now?
Right now? Right now, all I'm thinking about is how grateful I am that I have all of you, because without all of you, I really wouldn't have anything at all.
That is who you are, Fred. You were a kind, generous person. You were someone that was born at the top, came in at the top, and have stayed who you are, and you haven't thought of yourself as above others. That's who you are. This whole fae nonsense, they are trying to change you into what they want you to be, which you're not. You are a kind person. You're a generous person. You're a loving person. Don't doubt your own thoughts. Don't doubt who you are on the inside.
Thanks, Oko.
I agree with Oko.
Thanks, both of you. I'm just worried that if I don't play their games, they'll play me like a sucker. If I'm earnest, if I try to make a scene at all about how things are done, I'll be eaten alive. Like Edmina said, I'm a toy to them. And I have to do their little dance or else I get...
Yeah.
And Edmina was way too harsh on you.
I think
Here's
Edmina
the thing,
was...
you can... Go on.
Thanks. I think Edmina was realistic, and I know it's harsh, but if you think about it, like when you're just dealing with Ramona or your mom, whatever you want to call her, like she had rules. She had things that you had to play by, but then, we found out the rules, and then we figured out how to manipulate the rules and turn them into what we wanted because it's what we want. So it's no different there. It's just a bunch of stuffy adults that think they're smarter. So we just need to play stupid, find the rules, twist the rules, and then we win.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Go ahead, Oko.
Great. You done, dude?
I was gonna say one
Or you
last
got
thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Merlin.
No. I just didn't know if this was the group hug moment.
Actually,
Like, it felt like it was a good time. But if you're not done, you gotta finish, dude. You gotta
Almost.
finish.
We've all been playing the games of the council, but we've been staying true to ourselves and staying true to fighting for a better cause, fighting for what we want and what we think is best. That doesn't mean that you have to... You're going into playing the part, but you're not getting out of the part when we're done. And you need to be yourself. When we're talking with your cousin or whatever ice bitch, be yourself. Don't be the high up, I'm better than you play. Be yourself that's generous and kind. Be the person that can warm his heart, because he is frozen over. And I don't know about you, but if I were him, I'd probably want someone there to help me.
Oh my gosh, are you setting up a Prince of Frost redemption
I
arc?
sure hope so.
Yeah, we're gonna melt his icy little heart.
It's
Oh my gosh, it's like the plot of Frozen. I
Okay,
love
well,
it.
I'm gonna kill him now.
No, it's like the plot of the Santa Claus 3, the escape clause when they melt Jack Frost's heart. You can do that instead. It's better.
There you go.
I love it. No, that's cute though. I was just like, oh.
just think of him like a second me, Fred. I don't know if that helps or not.
I would say just think of him as him. Think of what he's gone through. Think of everything that he's gone through. You were in it for 2 days. He's been in it for his entire lifetime. Think of how much pain he's in.
That's really good advice. I was just gonna picture him in his underwear.
Don't do that.
No. But just...
I don't. Is that what you do with me?
No.
Okay.
No comment.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Oh,
Getting
no.
off track here. Okay. We're in this together. We always have been, and we will till it's over. I believe we can do it.
This seems like a really cute.
I know, but I'm sorry. I
Just
need
throwing
to
it out
just
there.
say one thing is, guys, I'm a fraud. I've been lying this whole time.
Lying about what?
What?
But what?
I told my father that I was going to take over with him the family business, but I've actually been mentoring with the community theater person because I want to be an actor, and I don't even actually talk like that. It's all just a show, and I've been lying this whole time because I don't know who I want to be.
Oh my
Wait.
Thetis.
Wait,
But
Sticks, just talk again?
I just want to be a performer.
Sticks, just take a deep breath.
But I
Like-
really don't want to be a ferryman. He just plays Sudoku all day and it's really boring.
Wait, are you acting or are you talking normally right now?
Normal.
Just,
She's talking normal.
just Sticks, just take a deep breath. Let it go. Let all
can't.
these expectations go. No, Sticks, please. Focus.
Sticks. Bones. Hey, guess what? We're still gonna have late nights on the beach. And besides, now you can't take over the ferry business because you gotta stay with Merlin. So, unfortunately, you have a more cooler job than being the ferryman, and I'm pretty sure your dad will understand if you just, happen to mention that this is kind of a done deal.
And then
Yeah,
you
it's
can
forever
be
binding.
you can be a master actor forever, and you can teach the new generations and
Yeah.
be like the forever actor. And Sticks, honestly, like, I know we've had our differences of opinions. Obviously, I'm not as cultured in the arts as you, because I don't always get it. However, you're not super good at lying. And that's not meant as a mean thing. I'm just saying that I think your dad probably already knows. And...
Oh, Annabelle, you definitely don't know Styx.
No. And
You really? Oh.
and he doesn't know for sure. Like, he really doesn't.
okay.
No, I don't know. It's so hard.
I watched Styx Lie to Morgana in 4K. It was great.
Oh yes, it was quite lovely.
Okay.
We got along real well.
Okay, well, when it's with the rest of us... When it's with the rest of us, she's not very good at it. How am I supposed to know she somehow switches, like, the master lying thief, like, or master lying switch when, like, we're not
Oh,
around?
I'm just a really good performer, but you know, sometimes it doesn't come off that way.
Annabelle, if I might make a correction, Styx is not good at lying to her friends.
That's yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing. But when you break it to your dad, I'm sure it's gonna be okay. Like, he might be sad, but like you can maybe join him for like one day, right? Like just to make him happy, like one day every 2 months or something, you can join him on the boat so he can have a day off.
He can
Yes,
be free
I
from the
guess.
boat.
Oh my god, no, don't let him drown.
No!
He's not going to drown at the bottom of the ocean.
But just
Yes, he will be free from the boat. Oh my gosh. Take 2 for that. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know who to be. There's too many people in my head. And it's hard.
just
And
ignore
I think
them. Be who you want to be.
it's hard. I don't know who I want to be anymore.
But you're gonna figure it out all together.
Yes, we are.
And Styx, regardless of who you end up being, when you're locked up here with Merlin, I'll come visit if I can still access the material plane. I'll be around, presumably. If
Yeah, you will.
the Queen of Air and Darkness doesn't have my head.
We are all going to survive, and you and I are partially immortal, so let's do that. Yes, let's do the group hug now. I know, Merlin. Let's go. All right, fine. Fine. Yes, we're doing it. Group
Roll to
hug.
hug.
Love you guys.
Roll to hug.
Sticks
You
your-
do a big old group hug.
Sticks, you're gonna have to
And
pull
you're
me
sick.
in.
I love you. I'm gonna hug. I hug everyone so tightly.
You all have a big old group hug, and you make it back to Edmina's, where Edmina turns to you all. Alright. You got the permission?
We did.
Sharia goes by the name Berylin Adam. She works at the diner
What?
as a waitress. You need to go get her to Merlin ASAP.
Oh, that's why she's
and
so
I've
beautiful.
written you this note. And you are going, she's going to know exactly what to do.
Okay. Well, let's go temporarily ruin this woman's life. Woo!
Well, we're saving it, but yay.
Ari, how are you feeling? I just want like an insight of the character moment.
I can't go.
Why?
I can't do that to her.
You're saving her life.
I know, but she saved mine. And now you want me to destroy it? Destroy everything that she has here? She was there for me when nobody else was. I can't.
Well,
But if you can't be for her now, then was it worth it? Does any of it matter?
just try not to think about it like destroying her life, and try to think about it like we'll just tell him that Sharia's in Merlin's tower, and then he knows that she's in his tower, but he won't know her other name, and he won't know where she works or anything super creepy.
He won't be able to touch anything about the life that she built here. If we can relocate her, the only thing he'll know is that she's with Merlin.
Oh, no one's gonna know. She's not gonna be working there anymore. She's been prepared to do this.
I think it'll be best coming from you, Ari. If you have that close of a relationship with her, I think she'll trust you the most, and it'll be better for you to tell her.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think I can.
If the world's gonna end, where do you want her to be? In town? Or with Merlin?
I mean, it's not gonna matter either way, alright.
I mean, you know how committed Merlin is to surviving until Arthur gets here. Knowing him, he'll put some kind of universe interruption bubble around himself and his tower and maybe her, and then they'll survive the end of the world.
And Ari, you can come for pedicure day as well. It'll be so much fun. You'll still see her.
And we'll be with you every step of the way. So, even if it gets hard, we can step in if you need it.
Alright, let's get this over with then.
And hey, if you don't want to tell her the news yourself, and I turn into Merlin, and I say, Merlin can always deliver the letter in person, huh?
Absolutely
good,
not.
yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
No,
Right.
Fred,
Bad.
no.
No, bad.
I turn back into
And Mina pulls out a
myself.
spray bottle.
That's fine, I get it. I won't.
Bad, Merlin, bad.
This isn't the first time. He's tried to take stuff home before.
I see.
You know Merlin?
No, Fred!
It's the Fred bottle.
I see. I love that.
Promise you wouldn't tell about that.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't tell me the world was ending.
Fine. Let's just go to the diner.
Switch out.
Okay, fine. And I switch back to Fred and not Merlin.
Good.
Okay.
Alright. You guys head to the diner.
Yeah, I'll take the letter from Edmina then.
Yeah. You go to the diner and... What are you doing?
I'm going to walk in as though nothing is wrong. I'm here for my usual booth. And kind of give her, the only thing that gives it away is a little bit of a sad smile.
Berylin approaches you, and she can kind of see that there's something wrong. And she takes a seat in the booth with you. Hey, honey. Do you want me to go get you your usual?
Hi, no, not tonight. Actually, yeah, would you? And then we can eat and talk?
Yeah. She kind of gets up, she gets her usual, and comes and sits with you. Go ahead, kid.
So, a lot of things are going on. Way too long to kind of tell you exactly everything. And I'm sorry it's me to have to tell you, but you're gonna have to leave. And I'm gonna pull out the letter and put it on the table in front of her.
She kind of sighs just seeing it because she knows what the letter is. But she does open it. And she looks it over and kind of nods. Alright, well, lead the way.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault, sugar. It's okay. This was a long time coming.
Yeah. Okay. Let's maybe give me like 5 minutes. Just
All right.
yeah. I'm just gonna need a moment.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go grab my bag.
Okay. That sounds good.
She kind of nods and gives you a smile, and as she gets out of the booth, kind of rubs your shoulder a bit and heads to the back. You take your minute, and she comes back, and you head off into the woods, and you go to Merlin's tower, and also along the way, she kind of looks at you and says, I guess I won't need this anymore, and kind of shakes it out, and you see kind of a glimmer of magic disappear, and you see this Eladrin elf who's got these long sort of fey ears, and it's very sunny and bright, and you kind of get this feeling of joy just being around her. But just these long yellow ears, her face is tinted, kind of like a sunrise. And you head to Merlin's tower, and Merlin's got set up a bedroom for her and everything. She turns to you and gives you a big ol' hug and says, "It's not your fault. Don't ever blame yourself."
Okay. You look really pretty, by the way.
Thank you. It has attracted many of strange men.
Clearly. I'll try to come visit if I can, but I hope you're safe. And if me not being here is safer, then it'll have to wait, I guess. But
You can come Merlin kind of turns and says, this place is protected as fuck, dude. You're clear.
I just wanted to say thank you for everything. You've done more than you could know.
I'm quite aware of what's happened, so don't beat yourself up. You're a good kid, all right? Just remember that you're a good kid, and you deserve all the happiness you get. And don't ever forget it.
Thank you. And I give her a hug. Like a really quick, awkward one, and then, like, walk away.
Ari, if you ever need to blame anyone, I mean, it's my cousin, so really, it's my fault, and...
If I blame your cousin, I'm going to kill him, so let's leave it at that and move on.
Do you guys go... Is the next thing you guys do on the list go and tell the Prince
Yes,
of
but
Frost?
I want to make a really
I
quick
asked Merlin
joke
for
first.
a cup of tea.
Hey, Sharia, nobody's going to be at the...
Hold on. We had two people. I heard Fred first. Fred, you can absolutely have a cup of tea. Have your joke. Go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry. Hey, Sharia, nobody's going to be at the diner now to stop me from taking coffee cups.
Speaking of, I asked for a cup of
no.
tea because I am keeping the cup, and I am taking it with me.
Oh, that's okay. I'll bring it back, Merlin. Don't worry. I have to come and spend the rest of eternity with you, so I'll bring it back later.
It's really more of a loan.
It really is.
You walk out the door, Fred, and you know when you're in a parking lot and you go and you have your shopping cart and you go past the line with the shopping cart and it just stops and you can never move your cart again? It's like that as you head up the tower and it spills in your face.
Oh, no.
I grab the cup and try to pull it past the tower's boundaries.
It won't leave.
Oh, no.
Fred, is the cup really worth it?
Yes, it is. I'm going to help
yes, it
Fred
is.
pull it. I'm going to help Fred pull it. Fred, we'll pull together.
Okay, 3,
Roll
2,
a strength check with
Okay.
advantage. It's either both of you do it or one of you
Oh,
gets
Fred, do advantage.
Oh,
I have
my
negative
God.
1.
Okay, well, I have flat, so I got a 15.
Ooh, my new ice cream dice roll. Nat 20.
Hey!
Loaded.
No.
Yeah.
I just bought them. I just bought them yesterday.
Yeah, you just bought your loaded dice yesterday.
No, guys, they're not loaded. I
bought
watched
them
how she rolls. It's not a loaded thing. It's a flick of the wrist thing. You know when like people roll dice to get like double sixes. She doesn't try, but she's like, I have this flick, and like every time she does the flick, it rolls really high. So they're not loaded. It's just a loaded
She's
wrist.
mastered the
I don't
art
know.
of rolling high,
Yeah, there you go.
which is cheating.
Exactly.
It's being tactful. Excuse me. And I taught Nicholas how to do it now. So suck on it.
I'm gonna
we
force
tried,
you to
Fred.
roll digital dice for my campaign.
No! But I just bought these dice
That's
for
another
Whitney.
fight for another time.
Ew.
So, are you guys... So, did you say your joke?
Oh, I did. Yes, I was
Look at
just
the cups.
nobody's
Yes, you
nobody's
did.
going to take my cups. I'm going to take them.
Right. All right. So, if you want, we can make this quick to end it with the Prince of Frost.
Yeah, sure.
Did you say whether they got the cup?
No,
No.
did
No,
not
they
get
didn't.
I said no.
We tried real hard.
I did want to go work out at the library, as the kids say, but that could be done after the Prince of Frost, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, Baba Yaga's next.
So, you guys head to the Prince of Frost, and Jeffrey leads you. You have your servant, Bree. You head back to the castle. He's waiting for you there.
Hello, cousin.
Hello.
We have the location of your old flame.
Mm-hmm. All right.
She's currently residing within Merlin's tower.
Like Merlin's tower on Thetis Island?
Oh, yes. I'm assuming you're familiar.
I am quite familiar.
So you can see also why we couldn't quite get her to bring her here. Merlin just wouldn't allow it.
Yeah. All right. Roll a deception check on that.
Can I give you advantage by adding, yes, he is a very stubborn old man, and we could not convince him.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
Great, thank you. 17.
He looks very defeated. Of like, fuck shit. All right. Well, you fulfilled your end of the bargain. I'll fulfill mine. You have yourself an ally. Who do you plan on going to next? You have Batman and the
Yo,
ugly
Batman?
Not that kind of Batman. Nephilim, right?
one. Yes.
Nephilim or the Baba Yaga?
It depends. Do you want someone who's absolutely terrifying, or do you want someone who's batshit insane?
Batshit insane. Fred, go with the insanity.
They're both going to be batshit insane. It's the Feywild. No offense.
Yeah, but one of them, I mean literal batshit crazy.
Well, now I don't know which one is which. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The bat
Batman.
one. I was making a
It was
pun.
very funny.
It was.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, who will it be?
I suppose if everyone wants to go see Nephilim, if everyone wants to go see this bat dude or whatever, then
It's your choice,
Sure.
Fred.
any advice you can give me?
I don't think there could be. I can give you advice for Baba Yaga when you get there, but this man, Just be prepared to be uncomfortable.
Like I'm not already.
Always prepared for the darkness and the crazy. Love it.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.